What is up and welcome back. I have another match from locals. Today is a little bit more spicy. We're taking a look at me on Snake-eyes, pure Snake-eyes. My opponent's playing the new Yubel deck. But without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. So here, even though I lost the die roll, my opponent let me go first, which caught me kind of guard. My starting hand here is Oak, Nip, Original, Sinful Spoils, Ash, the Snake-eyes one, and the trap of the Sinful Spoils, the Silvera. And already here in the standby phase, my opponent's like, meh, D-shifter, and like, damn, this is gonna be interesting. I'm just going kinda basic combo here. I'm gonna go Ash, Ash with Poplar, Poplar to special summon, and Poplar effective Dirge. Not really knowing what I'm playing against, actually.
Det var bare mere, hvis du bare... Det er bare sådan... Jeg har svært med at forstå det der.
Wanting to see here what I'm searching. Pretty sure I always search the field spell here. I'm thinking of searching the dramatic chase, which I play alongside the Silvera. But having to banish it from the graveyard doesn't really feel worth. Actually not sure if I do it, because I don't have to banish it from the graveyard to summon that Ballstar. But I'm pretty sure the trap says I have to send it to the graveyard, but won't work on the shifter. Actually not sure what I do here. I do end up searching the dramatic Snake-eye chase. Making sure how the trap works. Still kind of disappointed in how the trap works. Pretty sure it does have them.
Ligger den på og nu tænker over alle ting, jeg vil søge. Man skal ikke tage den op på den, tænker, ej, du er forkert, jeg søgte.
Vil jeg gerne skulle gøre alt det der, og jeg tager det ned og
I'm like, I can't really do anything fancy. So I just go link 2 into SP. Then like, do I want to banish the shifter here? I'm like, nah, that's pretty dumb. We're just joking here, like, oh, if you do use the shifter here, you can he can just use another one. It's like, yeah, that's why I'm not doing it. And here I'm like, I just want to put the die Ballstar down to the trap zone. I summon it if I could banish it from the graveyard, but I cannot. Here I'm confirming again the trap does work how I do not want it. So I'm just passing here. Thinking if I want to use the original and summon stuff, but yeah, it's not worth it. And here's going normal summon the Dark Beckoning Beast, search the continuous spell. It was like search anything that mentions the 3 Sacred Beasts, Uriah. I can't really remember, but you know, not the Egyptian gods, but the lesser versions of him. You want to call them that? And he's just using the circle to search another Dark Beckoning Beast. I was like, oh, and it gives you next normal summon, right? It's like, oh, that's the Dark Beckoning Beast giving it that. I actually can't remember why he's using this engine. Because you won't have any more normal stuff. Actually wondering. Now that I think of it, because the deck, for what I understand after playing versus him, it doesn't really need this engine, and it didn't feel like it was doing anything extra. So yeah. Alright, it gives an additional normal summon of anything. A dark, 0 attack, 0 defense, I think it is. And this tributes for cost and special summons from the deck. And here's activated Nightmare Pain. I'm like, he's playing it.
Og så søger jeg, er der en...
And that he can destroy a dark monster from the field or graveyard to search a Yubel monster. And here I'm going, okay, you don't destroy it? Okay, I guess I'll stop you from searching it, Yubel card. So I'm going SP, target itself, and there's some Sarah. Making sure it doesn't quick effect, tribute or anything. Then he's going 9 my pain, destroying the Dark Quickening Beast. And him reading it over, I'm saying you can just continue what you're doing. Here he's setting the new Spirit of Yubel. And honestly, still after playing versus this deck, I'm not totally sure how to, you know, do anything about it. Like everything, this meta and Pure and Fire King Snake-eyes both wants to destroy things, and this deck loves to either be destroyed or cannot be destroyed.
Jeg synes bare, det er træls, især Philip, der var spansk og tysk. Nå, hvor har du noget i Crowyarden, der har en
Here, setting a card. Ooh, I can see it from the camera here. He has the bureau in hand. I'm not sure actually if we see that in the game. And here we're joking around that he should have attacked with the zero attack monster, and it's like, oh, then you can almost make a Zeus, like almost make a Zeus. Yeah, you know, if it was an XIC.
Jeg læste lige kort. Kan jeg bruge... Kan jeg bruge... Nej, det kan jeg ikke.
Gainer han eller noget?
En monster igen, ja.
Destroyer han.
Det gør han også.
And here I'm not really sure why actually, but he's link summoning the Dark Quickening Beast for an Almara, which also has zero attack. And he's giving me the turn. I'm like, okay, SP, bring back. And here I'm not drawing the. I think it's a wanted. Yeah, it's a wanted. And the draw phase, I'll activate wanted. Just first dive down. Get something going, you know.
Jeg er ikke engang bange for, at du sætter min monster i graven, min monster. 0. Ja. Han har en effekt, hvor jeg kan discard et kort for sådan.
And here is, for some reason, explaining his cards to me like, oh, I'm not even afraid of you sending it to the graveyard, I can just add stuff back with it. I'm like, okay. Okay, I guess.
Må han nu bruge spilkort?
Det må du ikke, fordi jeg har stadig kontrol.
Den er stadig ganske tysk, okay.
And here I'm just thinking, can I in any way just deal enough damage to end the game here? Diabellstar and the Nibiru, thinking to myself, you know, Nibiru won't do anything. Surely it won't summon enough here. But Diabellstar effects that the original. Here I'm thinking whether I should oak or whether I should use my original. I think. And then coming to terms with, I'm pretty sure I need to use my cards that he knows of before I use the cards that he do not know of. Pretty good. Pretty good. And Pablo effect, right? Searching the field spell. Thinking if you do have nip. Yeah, making sure if he does have nip I can play through it. And here I'm using field spell effect that into the spell trap. Setting the time. Here we're talking about the stream where I didn't drew basically anything of the Poplar exactly, and that he drew way more Poplars than the fewer boxes he opened. Like, yeah, I know, I was kind of disappointed too. But it is what it is, you know? Opening boxes is definitely a gamble. Don't gamble, kids. You're using Ash effect to summon the Oak from hand. Actually, I'm not sure why I did this. Because I could normal summon the Oak.
Pop 1 target Ash til at smide spell trap zone, Oak til at summon.
But I guess I want my banished card back.
Popler tilbage.
Banished card back.
Til og følge.
Ja.
Jeg tror også, det var et stykke tid før vi fik den over banen, heldigvis.
Hvad fik?
Imperium. Det der trap call, der siger, at man ikke må nok...
Here I'm going Oak effect to summon from the deck.
Der var engang undbandet.
Pretty sure it's just I should have saved the Oak, knowing back at what I'm looking at here. At this point, I'm like, you can't have anything now. I'm just gonna go balls to the walls, get as much damage as possible I can, and just, you know,
Hvis du havde
hit the
500,
game.
du skulle ikke betale det, så skulle den poppe. Det swears.
Now he's asking how many summons it were. I'm like, oh no. I was like, plenty. Plenty. Here I'm linking off Flambird into an IP. Use a Flambird effect to summon. Summoning back the Poplar and the Ash. And here he's dropping the Bureau. I'm like, that's not nice.
Stop.
SP effect, target den, og...
And here I'm going
Du får 0 for mig.
SP effect. And I want to protect my cards. And he's like, oh, you won't get anything from my monsters anyway. They are 0. So I was like, okay. What do I want to protect? I'm just going for SP and Ash.
Alt andet på...
Der har jeg en token.
Ja. Alt andet ryger.
Because, like, you know, I'm getting the IP in my spell trap zone anyway. Here I'm calculating how much they are. And he is, yeah, you know, setting it where he wants them.
Og 32, 24.
Ja, du får den i forhold.
Kører du så i bilen, eller cykler du?
And then I'm using the field spell to summon the Flambird. You know, you play through the Nibiru.
Tænker jeg meget godt at gøre det nu.
Så de kan du har set mig i den her...
I'm like, what can I do now? At this point, I don't really think I'm realizing what exactly I'm playing against. You know, knowing that I knew at that point and still know that it is Yubel, but kind of forgetting that they are 0 attack monsters that cannot be destroyed by battle. But any battle damage is inflicted to me instead of him. So I'm going Flambird effect to put it into the spell trap zone because I know I want to remove it in a way. Just getting the Ballista down there so I can get the trap active. And I'm stealing the Almirage. Here he's making sure that it can summon Almirage. I'm like, yeah, it can do that. Still wondering why he gave me a fire attribute, but you know.
Jeg skal bare lige være sikker på noget. Hvis den sagde, defense kunne ikke tage den.
Ja, det kan
Jeg vil gå til main phase, har du noget?
Ja. Standard phase vil jeg gerne aktivere Lancet. Så ingen af os må banish resten af turen.
Here making sure that I have enough spells with the Celine, so I'm going link 3 into the Celine.
Har du noget til det?
The Celine effect to gain counters. I was like, yeah, it's enough. It's like 4 spells on the field, and both of us have 2 spells in graveyard, so it should be enough.
Ja, jeg skulle bare lige være sikker.
And Celine effect to summon. I have the Ballista, I have Lenny.
Men uanset hvad, der var noget, der kan bare lige...
Ja, lige præcis.
Den får en per...
And then using both of them to go into the access code. So it's really sucks to go from the QCR Celine into a gold rare access code. Surely we'll be upgrading that with the second set coming out of the all the QCRs. Really looking forward to it actually.
Den gør ikke noget nyt. Jeg kan tidskab for sådan en... Den der for eksempel. Fordi den anden er en side.
I'm like, okay, can I do damage in any way? I'm just removing everything that makes sense on the board. Removing the face down, looking at it being eternal. Like basically a worse super poly, I guess. And removing the 9 map thing. I felt like the circle didn't do much. Kinda hitting here, I cannot deal enough damage. I'm doing more to draw, hoping to see anything, basically.
Det var... Du skulle ikke
Ja, det var det, jeg sagde til dig, når
And then saying like, I should probably have done this before, like, you know, knowing what I can get into my hand is probably better, but
kom jeg også tanke om.
better late than never. Put that in the bottom of the deck and drawing one card. No idea what that is. I think it's the dead bell stack that I can see.
Kører bare sådan her, så vi er sikre på, at den har... 3
And then I go battle phase, swing for 5-3. But he has the Yubel in hand. I was actually talking earlier in the game like, oh, you know what it is in my hand. I was like, do I?
Det er når du deklarer, kan jeg bedst sammen.
Damn it. Was trying to remember but couldn't.
Og så har jeg en effekt.
So when I declare an attack, Yubel will summon itself, cannot be destroyed by battle, because that's nice.
Hvad er det?
Dimension, og jeg skal lige overveje det en gang, så
I actually think here I should have negated it,
Yes, horror resolution spell or summon et andet win.
because I'd be able to... Oh, right. I actually think I do negate it.
Så længe jeg ikke kontrollerer monster.
Og det kan den i princippet ikke.
Yeah, indeed. I do negate it, so he won't have the ability to search the spell trap that mentions Yubel. And he's like, oh, then you can redeclare. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna redeclare. I'm not gonna punch into your card and give you a free Yubel.
Servicen så bliver nogen.
selvom der er bells, der forhandler face of field til crown, target face of på field og negate effekter.
Og hvis du bliver special summon, så kan jeg burn dig for 500.
Nå, nej, det var mere, hvis du enormes på kvalitet. Nu gør ikke noget over og
Du har replay.
Det har jeg ikke lyst til at slå.
He's like, you have replay. I'm like, nah, that feels kind of dumb.
Ja,
så er det eneste.
jeg har lyst til at destroy noget.
And like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I do not want to destroy a card. It's kind of bad. Yeah, he's reading his cards. Yeah, I'm looking at my hand, thinking, I hope he cannot do anything. Looking at my extra deck, thinking, what could I have done here? And here he's normal summon this himself. Actually, I almost forgot this again. I still have the SP and the Ash that I banished. Both of us forgot this. Of course, it's just at this point accepted game state. But knowing this in retrospect really sucked. So here's going for the second Spirit of Yubel, adding the pain. And the Yubel cannot be destroyed, and here I'm just reading the pain, making sure he has, you know, as much possible action she can. Instead of, you know, taking the pain he has on the field. And the Nightmare of Pain makes sure that Yubel monsters he control, if he were taking the battle damage, I'm taking it instead. I'm like, he's going battle phase. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm losing health. I was like, yep. So here we're going for game 2. I have the Crossout, Wanted Bell Original, and the Flambird. Straight off bat, just going for the at Diabellus, I'm going. Oh, my crazy tech. Crossout, doing work here, saying D-shift and banishing it. Really feel great here. Like, thank God I can do stuff.
Men det ser ikke sjovt ud.
Det er sådan nok.
Lige et hurtigt spørgsmål, Sten. Hvis jeg har monster ude på banen, det er dem, altså...
And here, someone beside us is actually asking for a judge question, so we're pausing. It is what it is. The locals. And here I'm thinking what I need to send for Diabellus. And what I should purge of the Diabellus too, I guess. So we can Diabellus, send the Flambird. And then effective step.
Det kan ikke rigtig gøre noget ret meget.
Setting a bridge. I actually think, in retrospect, maybe the trap would have been better. Because we do have the original in hand already.
Du er ikke lige det, du håber på.
Looking at my grave, looking at my hand like, damn, this doesn't really do anything. But, you know, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not, and he doesn't have the Ash. Completely cleaning my board out. And here I'm going, want to draw. Surely I'll find something. Seeing another wanted, I think? Yeah. So I'm just looking at the wanted, the original, and the bell. So I'm just setting two, maybe confuse him. And I'm like, you know, what can he really do without any of the Yubel stuff? Like, all of his monsters are zero attack. Surely he won't be able to summon anything crazy. He is going some Sarah too. I'm, again, reading over his cards, making sure my bell can do things if I need them to do things. He is going to summon Spirit of the Yubel. Really crazy card. And the Yubel to add. And here again I'm reading, making sure it doesn't add from from deck or graveyard to hand. And here he's adding again the Nightmare Phase. And due to my short memory, I need to read the card for the 17th time. And after knowing I've read the card, I cannot tell you what it does. Other than reflect the damage on my face and stuff. For your build monsters. Activating the Nightmare Pain, being able to destroy in hand to summon a Yubel, I think. He is reading himself also. You know, this is a tier you're looking for. Needing to read your cards to make sure everything you do is correct. And still miss me.
Okay, jeg skal kontrollere Yubel for...
Ja, hvordan går I for jer, der jeg sad og læste efter før?
Looking at his cards, making... I'm not really sure what he's thinking about here. But he's searching the original Yubel. Just Yubel.
Yes, jeg vil også gerne have in the Battle of Legend Chapter 1, fordi...
He was also talking about looking forward to the Battle of Legend Chapter 1 to draw some of the newer Yubels. Just setting the card here. And then he's attacking directly for 0. Praise. Unfortunately, no drowning mirror force or anything from my part. Just an in-face I'm going one search. Just making sure that I do not draw that. You know, thing out the deck just a tiny bit to make sure I find a good card, a card I want to play at least. And here, unfortunately, I'm seeing the original Sinful Spoils. I shuffled into the deck, knowing I only play 2. Looking at my set, making sure it is the other original, like, damn, this kind of looks. Like, considering I just wanted to thin the deck out. So, yeah, kind of so. But it is what it is. This is a card game, you have the chance to draw it, you have the chance. And here I'm going Diabell start to set, looking through my deck. Actually, I do have the trap. I actually was wondering whether or not I sided it out. I have sided out going second a couple times. But I think I came to the reason that I was going first no matter what, so might as well have it in the deck. And here I'm again banishing to target the Bruno. Still thinking actually maybe I should have just kept the set one set. Still drawing pretty much nothing. Just Bruno to send the Diabell Star, hoping I can see some engine here.
Igen, jeg bliver hurtigt forvirret af det her. Du snakker om, du havde skrevet 8.000, men det der med, at jeg bare sagde 8.000.
Jeg er ikke så bange for dem.
I'm going Ash. Luckily not seeing the Ash Blossom again. Actually getting to play the game somewhat. And here I'm still thinking a little bit to myself, well, if I didn't do anything, what could my opponent actually do to go for game here? And here's doing the fun thing. Super Pulling. And using all 3 cards in the field. Summon out his the new card, Yubel Loving Defender, something. and it burns for the number of materials 5 times 500. So here I'm just losing 1500 life points. Cannot be destroyed by battle and 0 attack.
Ja, og jeg ikke helt forstår det. Nu begynder min hjerne bare at køre. Så du må begynde
Like, okay, back to square one. Here we go. And here making sure I do not accidentally throw a Flamberge from the deck, so I don't have anyone left. Letting one from the graveyard, because I remember. Looking for any special effects. We're just talking about how the super pull is just like, oh, I'll just clean up the field. Kinda. So he just pass an empty field again. What can he do? He shoots some ping, destroying the Yubel in his hand. Searched the game before. To search a Yubel card, I guess.
Nej, men hun havde den der forlangning, jeg så skulle forstå svensk. Der ender jeg med at sige til hende, at jeg har et handicap, så jeg kunne dårligt forstå dansk som 14-årig. Altså sådan en slags dansk. Og inden hun bærer 10 steder, så gik det op.
Game, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Like, the deck pretty much feels like either I punch you or you don't punch me.
Du havde handicappet, så.
Ja, det vil sgu godt være.
Det er ikke ligefrem bedre, jo.
Nej, nemlig.
He is going for this Sarah. I'm looking through my X, like, what can I do? Remove this card. I'm looking at the Underworld Goddess, the cool tech card that I have in my deck. But I ended up like, you know, I cannot get into anything here without. Actually, not sure if I used the normal summon here, but and I'm building the Yubel here, so it won't be able to search either of the bigger monsters.
Jeg kan ikke dræbe dig jo. Det er monster du.
Det var sådan lidt, det overvejede. Hvad gør du egentlig, hvis jeg ikke gør noget?
Yeah, we was talking about like he cannot win the game just like punching. I was like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Can you actually win without me doing anything? Just going some Sarah's tribute to special. Summoning the spirit of Yubel and Yubel effect to search the spell trap.
Ja, den er søger samler. Men den er fik til at søge et slot og trap, der nævner Yubel.
And here's adding the eternal favorite.
Trap, det kræver, du har de Yubel-strap på feltet, ikke også?
Which basically is a super poly, if I remember. I cannot. It has 2 effects. Pretty sure. Like playing against this deck kind of brings me back, because back in the day when I used to play, before I took a break from the game, Yubel was a thing. I was like, hey, good old. Still remembering this deck sucks brings me back to just staring at a 0 attack monster being like, I can't play this game. So, here I'm going bonfire to add. I think, no, I'm going here. About to say if I was going Poplar. Ash to search? Poplar effect summon. Poplar effect search. Adding the original here. It's like, now I'm thinking whether I want to do this or not. I'm like, oh, I know what this is. It's going super poly. Removing the last card in his hand. Removing my 2 monsters. And the rest of his. And he's like, you can't do anything against it. I was like, yeah, I guess I can. And 4 materials, meaning I'm losing 2,000. Doing originals and Lambert. think I summon. Oh, you know, right. Get inflammatory effects to summon.
Summon 2 minutter tilbage fra navnet.
Ash Poplar.
Nej, men så laver noget interessant i weekenden.
I actually think if I went oh here, I'd actually have the underworld guided. Here I'm thinking, how much should I extend into it? What do I actually want to do? Like, he has Nightmare of Pain, so any damage is like back to me, since his fusion is a Yubel monster.
Har eksamen på det.
Det er dårligt.
Nej, det er lidt forberedt.
Men jeg har 3, så det er kusangen.
Ja, tak. Det var dig.
Jeg så til Jerry Popcorn i morgen.
So here just thinking what I actually want to do.
Anmæg.
Kongres.
Okay.
Men jeg så holdt mig langt væk fra Maid-caféen her i det øverste etage.
And here we're going for the Link 2, Jet Synchron, draw one. Sorry, not Jet Synchron. Well, Synchro 2. And doing Poplar here, target the Ash. Probably should actually have put the Flamberge down this whole trap. But then again, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. Drawing one. And then using the Ash. I guess it doesn't matter what I'm... looking at my graveyard, wanted to think what I have for material. Oh, an Oak effect to summon the...
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I banish it yet?
I guess Jet.
Ah, doesn't matter. Oh, Oak summons from banish either way. Oh, right, I didn't banish the Jet. Yeah.
Eller ligegyldigt, I guess.
Det er bare vigtigt at
Oak effect.
And Oak effect.
vigtigt at fejre,
Numbers.
tænker jeg.
Ja, det er præcis.
Det er uret, du sagde det, ikke også?
Du skal bare lidt fire.
Just
Jamen, jeg skulle
getting
være
through
sikker
the
på,
Oak
det er
too.
Det var uret-effekt. Jeg skulle bare være sikker på, at det var uret-effekt.
Flamberge, tak, Dibus.
Inflammation target debuffs. They are getting into this
Yeah.
spot.
Smid spil trap zone.
Think so. 10. You're never gonna guess what this is. Yo, the Barone.
Baron, target, pain.
And here I feel like I did the wrong thing. I cannot actually remember. I remember thinking I did something wrong with my negate. But yeah, just leaving the Yubel up. Don't want to attack into it. Want him to make a mistake instead.
Det håber jeg.
Men det er ærgerligt, så kan han ikke proppe på Pornhub eller My OnlyFans, hvis det ikke optager.
Ja, lige præcis.
There's almost someone in the beckoning. Oh right, this is where I made the mistake. Because I negate and destroy it. And then he's going battle. I'm negating it with the imperm. But I'm doing it on a tactic base. So he's losing 3k life points from attacking into it.
Så det dør.
And it just... I don't remember if I wanted to do it the other way around now. That I look at it. Maybe it's later game foreshadowing, you know. So at this point, since he doesn't have anything in hand, nothing on field, I basically just need to hit him with Barone.
Med Fisher. Så får vi se med Highland.
And he's looking if he has anything in the graveyard, something funny to do. Which he doesn't. And I'm drawing, right? Almost.
Du kan se, vi kan sjove. Jeg er langt.
Drawing all the cards.
Haha, perfekt. Åh ja, fuck.
And here I have the other Diabell Star, sending Diabell Star and going. And game 3. Look at a crazy hand. Bell, Jet, Nip, Imperm, and Bonfire. Like, he won't be able to do anything, surely. Alright, I'm going first. So a Bonfire, he goes for Ash, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Now I'm looking at my hand, not being able to do anything. Just set the Imperm and go past turn. To be fair, should have probably kept the Imperm in hand. Was thinking about it. And here he's going Grinder Golem. Like,
Det sejr.
Jeg spiller
so I'm reading through the Grinder Golem here. It's like 3k beater. If your Bell monster attacks into it, he gains 3000 life.
Nej, jeg er der bare.
And, you know, your Bell Star cannot be destroyed. Adding Nightmare of Pain. I'm looking at my timer like, oh, we have like 5 minutes left or something.
Jeg elsker det.
So this is fucking nice.
Du tager liv, jeg får liv.
So yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Here, monster.
And here I'm looking at my Nibiru like, one, why does it still have it in hand? And two, please play into it. Because, you know, he's going pain to destroy a dark monster. Oh, wait, no. And him going Imprim, I guess. Make sure you don't have your card. Reading his card over like, oh, this doesn't... Deny my pain still makes me lose life points. Actually, helping him destroy the card is just like, damn. Like everything at this point just like, yeah, I want to negate. Now I activate it. So he gains 3,000, I lose 1,000, his monster destroyed, and he gets effect. I don't go like bell.
Nej, den siger bare, at hvis et Yubel monster slår ind i den, så får han 3
Okay.
So that's pretty. And he's destroying his incarnate, and I'm like, like, huh? Just looking through like, oh, he doesn't have any cards in the graveyard. He hasn't done anything. Normal summon, tribute, summon, spirit. I'm like, that's 2 summons, 3 summons. That is 4th summon. I'm like, please, would you have done this before going into battle? Getting at the regular Yubel here. Looking at the Jet and the beer in hand, like, looking at the Grinder Goldman being level 8, I'm like, that's not very cool either. Just set 1.
So that,
and I'm already thinking, yeah, okay, that's super poly, I can't barely do anything. And he was like, okay, we're kind of going into time. And he's kind of, you know, kind of yapping about his plays. Pretty happy about him. Understandable too. And here I'm going Ash. Kinda bummed out. Kinda in the rush. Kinda don't know what to do. Pretty much knowing I am playing into the super poly here. Popular to summon, popular to trade. And he's like, oh, I actually forgot to use some effects. And it's like, yeah, I actually was wondering about some of the destroy effects. And it is what it is. I'm still losing here. It doesn't matter, right? Cursing the field spell. And here he's just super polying. And fusing the 3 cards. No reason to remove Grinder Golem. And I lose 1,500 life points more. Like, unfortunately, it doesn't get any effects from the book. Then from the field to the graveyard, not destroyed. And I'm looking at this Nibiru, and the field spell will be like, this doesn't really do anything. And here time is up. Like, so I'm pretty sure you won, right? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you won. But, you know, it is what it is. You can't win every game, right? I hope you did enjoy the game, though Yubel is its own thing. I guess we're all kind of tired of Snake-eyes winning, so it's another thing. But if you saw any misplays or things you forgot other than what I mentioned, please let me know down in the comments. And if you did enjoy this, leave a like. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye.